Hi, I wanted to tell you about a fantastic comic book deal that is available for you to get, where you can get a massive amount of quality comic book stories for a very low price. Really good if your budget is pinched at the moment. Everyone's in a cost of living crisis, and this is where you can get your hands on some DRM free, that's digital rights management free content. I'm talking about a humble bundle from Dynamite Comics, and it's all about Red Sonja. Before we look at the bundle, Red Sonja is a hero who has had a time in Marvel Comics as well. She is having a film come out either this year or next year. I'm not sure about the quality of the film and how that's going to be, but there's obviously going to be a probable surge in publicity for her. And if you want to sort of be on the cusp of who's this character, what's she all about, some of the stories in here are the best ones in recent years for her that you should totally check out. Look, I'll go through the bundle now with you and just show you some of the highlights and the pricing, and we'll talk a little bit more about those stories then. Okay, so here we are at humblebundle.com. To find your bundle, just go to bundles, then we'll scroll down to the book section. Oh, by the way, if you want to get the boys' books and any backy books, they're there for offers too. Would recommend getting the boys' collection. But here is one we want. Red Sonja, 19 days left on it. So you click on that. And essentially you can get a 21 item bundle. Don't stick at the £20 unless you want to. Obviously, you can pay $14.15 for that. And then you've got different levels where you get slightly less books for as little as 78p, but we're going to look at the whole lot at £14.15. Now, this is all DRM free, so you get these books, you can use them on any reader that you want. I would recommend, if you've got an iPad you're reading on, use the Panels app. It's free, but it's totally worth paying for as well, just because of some of the extra features you get. But that's just a little aside. But yeah, the Panels app on the iPad is the one I use for all my bundles and DRM free stuff that I get. So anyway, you get the entire Michael Oeming collection. This is a classic collection of Red Sonja stories. Great art, real good sword and sorcery stuff. You get full story arcs in this. You get a full background, a full history. And it's just a good read. You have a romance element in there with a male barbarian character. You have bloody fights. You have character development. You even have her dying and the story restarting and the legend beginning again. It's great. Then the next one we get here is Red Sonja by Mark Russell. You get his entire run. Strangely, they don't do it in trade volumes. They do it in single issues, but this is one of the best Red Sonja runs I've read. Certainly the first half of the run at least, because it's all about battle tactics. It paints Sonja as a character who is not just a redhead in a bikini who kills people. She is a tactical person as well, and it shows you where she learnt those tactics. She's not just some Mary Sue who's not sort of earned her stripes. You get background, you get story, and I think it's what they really should have based the movie on, rather than the plot that they it would seem they're going to use, which we'll talk about in a moment. Then you get Birth of a She-Devil. That's a fun sort of one-off story. Sonja's younger in that one. She's got a cool variation to her costume. I enjoyed that. Red Sonja versus Superpowers. That's Dan Abnett right in that one. If you know your Warhammer stuff or your Cosmic Marvel, I know Dan Abnett. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best one, but it's certainly not low quality or anything like that. Then you get your classic adventures of Red Sonja with some Conan there. Have to say, I'm not biggest fan of the total classic stuff. I tend to prefer the Dynamite Years stuff, but you know, you get a good bundle there, 3 volumes plus another volume there. Legends of Red Sonja, again a one-off story there. That's like short stories basically. That's a fun read. You've got some nice little 3 or 4 page stories in there. Queen Sonja issues 1 to 6. That's great. If you've seen me review the omnibus of Queen Sonja, you'll know there's some good stuff in there. And then you get the Gail Simone Red Sonja run, all 3 volumes. That is what they are basing the film on. Now, it's okay, but I personally prefer the Mark Russell run, and the Michael Oeming run. It is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't like some of the things they do with her origins in it. Essentially a gladiator style origin, when I prefer the more traditional Red Sonja origin. But hey. Oh, and then you also get, and this is another one of my favourite recent runs, Red Sonja Worlds Away. This is where she gets taken to the modern world. She has to fight her sorcerer enemy, Kulan Gath. And it's just real good fun. I think it's Amy Chu does that one. Yeah, Amy Chu. Great fun. Totally worth reading. Great artwork. I would say that's worth the price for admission alone, along with the Mark Russell and Oeming runs. £14. I mean, that's just crazy cheap for all of these books. Red Sonja Age of Chaos, kind of an also ram. I didn't quite enjoy that. Then you get some sort of one-shotty kind of stories, and Black Tower's quite good. That's got a strange sci-fi twist to it, if I remember. Revenge of the Gods, I can't remember that one. Vulture's Circle is good. And you get the first issue of Invincible Red Sonja, which I have to say was a bit of a disappointing run, to be honest. I didn't enjoy the art, and I was really kind of let down by the story as well from the Palmietis, because they were, they're such good writers and artists. It's a shame they couldn't draw the book and write the story to be a bit more sort of wacky and in line with what they've done with the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy stuff. Anyway, Vampirella Red Sonja 1-12. I think that's a great book. Fantastic covers at the very least. That is totally worth checking out. Can you get the entire 12-issue run there? And I would say that's another must-have for this collection. And then you get Red Sonja One More Day and Red Sonja and Cub, a couple of one-shots. But look, for £14, so worth getting. If you go down to the £7 one, to be fair, you get Red Sonja, Vampirella 1-12, and Vulture's Circle, but really the value for this one is at the £14 mark. That's what you should be paying for this, and that is money well spent. And they're yours. No stuck using just an app or anything like that. If you can increase your order as you go along within a 19-day period to get more, but I would say get it while it's there, because you'll regret it if you don't, especially if you're a comic book fan or a comic book fan. You can gift this to them, but it's really worth getting. And Dynamite are a publisher that a lot of people sleep on. They've got their lines that they push, Vampirella, Red Sonja, and they've also just got some Disney lines as well. But they seem like good guys, and when you see them on their YouTube channel and that, Nick Barucci, I think his name is the head of that, the publisher. He's actual comic book fan, so totally worth supporting them as well.